The camera glides low, tracing the path of anticipation. Each inch of velvet carpet seems to absorb the tension in the air, muffling the world outside. The silence is thick, broken only by the soft, deliberate movement of the lens, as if the floor itself is holding its breath for what's about to unfold. Velvet carpet swallows the footsteps of sharp suits. Every stride is measured, echoing the gravity of the moment. The shoes, polished to a mirror shine, glide forward, leaving only the faintest impression, like secrets pressed into the fabric, never to be spoken aloud. Under a rain of flashes, a $2 billion check sits on a black marble table. The ink is barely dry, yet the weight of its promise is already felt by everyone in the room. Cameras snap, immortalizing the moment, but the check itself is the true star, its value both staggering and fragile. Fingers tremble as gold pens hover, ready to sign. The air is electric with nerves and ambition. Each hand hesitates, knowing that a single stroke will change the fate of companies, careers, and perhaps even lives. The gold glints, a symbol of both opportunity and risk. A priceless moment, every detail etched in chiaroscuro. The swirl of ink, the cold marble, the warmth of skin, all captured in a dance of shadow and light. It's a tableau of power, vulnerability, and the weight of decisions that can never be undone. Faces glow, but the shadows reach farther. Ambition and anxiety flicker across expressions, half hidden by darkness. The light reveals only what it must, leaving motives and doubts to linger in the gloom. The CEO clears his throat. His tie is perfect. His smile is not. In the mirror, he rehearses confidence, but his eyes betray a storm of uncertainty. He knows that in this room, perfection is expected, but authenticity is rare. Across the table, lawyers whisper. Their words are hushed, urgent, and cloaked in secrecy. Contracts and clauses are their weapons, and every whisper could tip the balance of this billion-dollar deal. Velvet ropes keep the press at bay. Beyond the barrier, journalists strain for a glimpse, their cameras hungry for a story. But inside, the real drama unfolds far from their reach. In a world where access is power and privacy is priceless, the air is heavy. This is the company's defining hour. Every breath is measured, every glance loaded with meaning. The stakes are higher than ever, and everyone knows that what happens next will be remembered for years to come. History, someone says, but the tone falters. The word hangs in the air, fragile and uncertain, as if even speaking it might shatter the illusion of control. Suddenly, computer screens flicker in the background. Red, crimson, sharp, pulsing. The glow cuts through the darkness, a warning no one can ignore. The room's attention snaps to the screens, hearts pounding in unison. The ceremony freezes. The room falls silent. Time seems to stop as realization dawns. Something has gone terribly wrong. The celebration is suspended, replaced by a chilling uncertainty. Every monitor, every laptop, locked out. Error messages flash, relentless and unforgiving. The digital fortress has been breached, and the sense of security evaporates in an instant. Panic spreads, as if the color itself is contagious. Faces pale, hands grip armrests, and the room is gripped by a silent, growing dread. The red light reflects in wide, fearful eyes. What was seconds ago a celebration, now twists into something else. Confetti and champagne are forgotten, replaced by suspicion and fear. The mood shifts, and trust dissolves into chaos. The code has come back. The boomerang has flown, and it's on target. In the reflection of glasses, lines of code scroll, a silent reminder that in the digital age, every action has a consequence, and sometimes, the past returns with a vengeance. A billion-dollar company goes dark in seconds. The code, locked. The screens, red. The deal, dead on arrival. No alarms, no warning. Only the cold digital blood of a system in revolt. Executives fumble with keyboards. Passwords fail. The IT director's voice shakes, echoing in the marble chamber. We're locked out, all of us. Visions of champagne turn sour. Investors watch their fortunes slide off the table. The CEO's knuckles go white. Someone shouts for legal, another for tech. But the code listens to no one. Not anymore. In the darkest hour, the code writes its own story. The power isn't in the boardroom. It's somewhere else. Someone else. The boomerang has circled back. The room is all hard shadows. Light slices through the blinds, carving up the space into jagged shapes. Every corner seems to hold a secret, every shadow a threat. The air is thick, heavy with anticipation, as if the walls themselves are holding their breath. Faces, half lit, half lost in darkness. Eyes flicker with anxiety, lips pressed tight. The tension is palpable, etched into every furrowed brow and clenched jaw. Each person is caught between hope and dread, uncertain which side of the light they belong to. A 35mm lens catches hands clutching at contracts, knuckles white, papers trembling. Eyes dart to exits, searching for escape routes that don't exist. The documents, once symbols of power, now feel like shackles. The boardroom, once a temple of order, is now a stage for fear. Papers scatter across the polished table like fallen leaves, abandoned in the chaos. The ritual of business has been shattered, replaced by a primal urge to survive. Phones come out, fingers punch numbers, desperate, calls go unanswered, voicemails fill up. The outside world offers no comfort, only echoes of panic. Each ring is a lifeline, fraying fast. Wall screens replay the lockout. Red, relentless. Glitchy graphics flicker, spelling doom in digital hieroglyphs. The message is clear. Control has slipped away, and no password can bring it back. Security rushes in, but there's nothing to guard. Their presence is a formality, a last gasp of authority in a room where power has already vanished. They scan the room, but the enemy is nowhere and everywhere. The threat is invisible, everywhere, all at once. It lingers in the flicker of the lights, in the silence between heartbeats. Paranoia settles over the room like a second skin. Justice Recounted glows at the bottom of the screen, yellow against the black. It's a verdict, a warning, a promise. The word pulses, reflected in the polished table, impossible to ignore. Board members argue, voices rising, gestures sharp. Someone blames it. Someone blames the lawyers. Accusations fly. Alliances fracture. The room becomes a battleground, egos clashing in the half-light, but no one sees the real cause. The clause, hidden in plain sight. Buried in legalese, it waits like a trapdoor, ready to drop the unwary into chaos. The truth is right there, but no one is looking in the right place. On the wall, a display flashes. Access revoked. Rights reverted. The room shudders. The words are final, irreversible. Shock ripples through the group, realization dawning too late. This isn't a hack. This is justice coded by its own author. A reckoning written in lines of code, executed with precision. The boardroom is left in silence, haunted by the knowledge that justice, once unleashed, cannot be contained. Out on a high-rise balcony, Elias sits with a mug of coffee. The city stretches out, neon flickering in puddles far below. He is calm, almost detached. The world behind him burns, but here, peace. He sips slowly. The phone on the table buzzes, ignored. He glances at a small device. Its screen glows green. He smiles, just a little. The noise of the chaos doesn't reach him. Here, justice is quiet. While the mighty tremble, the architect waits. He knows the code. He knows the game. This is not revenge. This is design. The city lights flicker, patterns shifting. Elias stands, coat over his arm, eyes on the horizon. The boomerang has flown, but he was never its target. Flashback. Sepia tones. The city hums quietly beneath a blanket of darkness, its secrets tucked away in the folds of night. In this world of shadows and muted gold, a single apartment window glows, a beacon of restless ambition. Inside, Elias sits hunched in a cramped apartment, surrounded by chaos and possibility. The walls are crowded with whiteboards, each one a battlefield of ideas, code scrawled in frantic bursts, equations and diagrams fighting for space. The air is thick with the scent of coffee and determination. Night after night, his fingers dance over keys, weaving logic and dreams into something tangible. The soft clack of the keyboard is the only sound, echoing through the silence like a heartbeat. The core is born here, in solitude and silence. Each line of code is a brick in the foundation of something greater, something that will outlast the night. A camera pushes in on his focused eyes, reflecting the glow of the screen. The room is alive with light and shadow, every flicker a testament to his obsession. His gaze never wavers, locked onto the future he's building. He builds not just code, but a fortress, a digital stronghold against the chaos outside. Each algorithm is a wall, each function a gate, designed to keep out the world's noise. Every line, every function, woven tight with purpose. There are no wasted movements, no careless errors. Each symbol is deliberate, a thread in a tapestry only he can see. He is alone, but the code is his companion. Loyal, precise, unbreakable. Downstairs, the world sleeps, unaware of the revolution taking shape above their heads. The city's heartbeat slows, but Elias's never does. Up here, a future takes shape. Genius is lonely. Genius is stubborn. It refuses to rest, to compromise, to let go. In the hush of midnight, Elias's vision sharpens, and the impossible feels within reach. In these walls, Elias crafts more than software. He writes the rules, setting boundaries for a world that doesn't yet exist. Each formula is a law, each diagram a prophecy. He builds a lock only he can open. Contracts, negotiations, and recognition will come later. For now, secrecy is his shield, and the code is his secret weapon. The code, already alive, waits for its moment. It pulses with potential, ready to leap into the world and change everything it touches. The city wakes, but the boomerang's arc is set. As sunlight creeps over the skyline, Elias knows the world will soon feel the impact of what he's built in the shadows. The day begins, but the story is just getting started. Animated parchment unfurls, and letters pulse in yellow as a lawyer's finger traces the text. Automatic reversion of rights. The clause is simple, brutal, and final. If the company changes hands, the code returns to Elias. The board never noticed. The ink was always there. Subtitles pop. Upon acquisition, all rights revert automatically to original author. No loopholes, no debate, justice, scrawled in legalese. In a world of fine print, power hides in plain sight. They signed, they forgot, but the clause never sleeps. On acquisition day, it wakes. The pen that gives also takes away. The contract glows, yellow on black, as the future rewrites itself. The news breaks in waves, stock tickers bleed red, phones ring unanswered, boardroom battle lines harden. The CEO's eyes are hollow as he faces the press. No answers, no hope. $2 billion, gone in an instant. Investors line up, furious, lawsuits pile like snowdrifts. The company's value craters. The deal is dead, but the fallout is alive, hungry, relentless. The architects of the deal are left with nothing but regret. In the end, they lost not to a thief, but to an author. The code wasn't stolen, it was reclaimed. The boomerang never missed. Chiaroscuro lighting. Elias steps through a sunlit doorway, face half in shadow, half in gold. He's not triumphant, just resolute. The code is his again. The irony is perfect. Those who chase power lost it to the fine print. Justice is never blind. It just waits for its hour. They forgot the author. The author never forgot the code. Boardroom lights flicker out. The city breathes easier. Elias walks through the lobby, alone but undefeated. Justice, recounted in every step. In the end, irony wears a human face. The boomerang comes back, not with vengeance, but with truth. The deal is legend now. No one forgets the day the code fought back. Lawyers study the clause. Students whisper about Elias. The lobby is empty, but the lesson burns bright. Never ignore the author. Never overlook the ink. Every empire falls to its architect. Every signature is a promise, sometimes a trap. In the city, stories spread. The next generation learns. The code is never just lines on a screen. It is law. It is legacy. It is justice, recounted. Justice isn't a hammer. Sometimes it's just a boomerang, silent, precise, and always coming home.